So this is the primary project we've been working on in the last 3 weeks or in the last three classes. We are working on achieving this particular dashboard. So we have right at the header the name of the dashboard or what the dashboard is expected to display to any user or any interested person that is willing to use it. It's an HR analytics dashboard, and we have some uh, ratings and calculations right immediately after the name. So just the logo, the name of the calculation, then the calculation itself, which is the job satisfaction rating. So underneath that overall layer is a set of KPIs: total employees, attrition, active employees, attrition rate, then the average age of the workforce in the data set that we are working on. Then we have a few charts showing gender, giving us attrition by department. In this case, maybe attrition by education department and attrition by another criteria, which is the job role, then attrition by department, attrition by age group, attrition by marital status. Then we have a few slicers, what we use to filter the entire dashboard. So this is the dashboard we are trying to work on in the last three classes. And I will show us how far we've gone in a moment. But before that, I want to show us the data set we are pulling from. This is data set. The plan is at the end of this particular project, which hopefully will finish by next class, and that is next week. So at the end of that class, we will compile all the different series we have had in a single file to make it a complete package for this project, so people can go over it and learn from it and create their own dashboard from it. So it means we have successfully finished that single project, and it can be shared by anybody. Anybody can use it. That's the purpose for which we are doing that. So in that package, these data sets and the all of the videos we have used and a few other resources or materials will be included in that pack and shared both on our YouTube channel and every other social media platform that we deem necessary to share it. So this is the data set. Then how far have we gone so far? Here is the dashboard. This is what we have done so far. I'm going to remove a few things here because I want to do it in this class. I'm removing this job satisfaction element. Don't worry, I will redo everything all over again in this class. That is the primary purpose of this particular class. So I can remove this one too. This guy is just a logo. I can remove it just to show us how to bring everything in. So this was where we left off in the last class, and we are continuing right from here today. So the two classes dealt with how we arrived at the layouts and how we ensure we created the layout from PowerPoint, because PowerPoint has some unique features that enables us to achieve the layouts in this very, very simple format, and having some unique features that even Excel or any other tools in Microsoft Office does not have. So we made use of PowerPoint to achieve that. Then we bring in all of these dashboard entries right from the Excel calculation that we did. This is KPI here. So we made the calculation right from here when we did our pivot table. So from the pivot table, we arrive at all this calculation. I got all this info from here and moved it down to the dashboard. So I'm going to also delete this rating sheet because I'll create another one in this class. So I'm deleting it. Don't worry, I'll create another one now. So it's part of the reason for this class. Demo, I'm removing you also. Delete. Okay, so okay, So we continue from here. Please, if you have reason to ask any question, you can bring it on if it is not going to take time, or better say, you can drop it in the chat box and that can be responded to. So we need to come here and bring in the job satisfaction tools that we intend to do. I also needed to put some logos here. There is a short logo we intend to put here that will depict employee, another logo to depict attrition, another logo to depict active employee, another one for attrition rates, another one for average age. Those are simple things we can just go to Google and pick, even though I have it right in a folder. So I can quickly bring that one because they are quite simple and direct to do. So I don't want to waste time on that. I want to use today's class to deal with this particular aspect of the job satisfaction rating. It is about the most technical aspect of the dashboard, and that's why I want to dedicate today's class for that purpose alone. Okay, so straight to business. I can bring in the logo I used earlier right from this guy here. This is the logo. I can just pick it, then I drop it here. Just a copy and paste. So I can adjust it as much as I want, just to fit in that side. I bring it in here, it's fitted there. And I can equally ensure that I do a few formatting around it. I can say I do not want, okay, I think it's already fitting already. So I want to write job satisfaction rating because that's what this particular container is about. So how do I do that? I just go straight away on the ribbon, pick insert. While pressing insert, you have sub menu dropping down for you. Then go ahead and pick text right here, the text open. Then you can pick a text box. So on picking the text box, you come back here and just draw your text box this way. On drawing it, then you can write what you need to write. Job, enter, satisfaction, enter, rating. So having done that, I can select everything in there. I know I have a format I'm using already. So I can come here and pick the formatting that I need. So on the formatting, I just pick my paintbrush. Okay, that is already picked. Mouse. Okay, so I picked my paintbrush. Just need to paint this guy. Stylishly. Okay, not a problem. So pick it again. You need to dress this up for ease of navigating around it. I can bring it out altogether. Okay. I thought the rating was written before. It hid somewhere. So I pick my paintbrush again to paint the rating. As much as possible. Just want to, let me check the font size 14. Need it to be a bit, okay. Let's see if 12 can be okay. 11. Okay. Then just then manually bring it up to the side. Then doing that, will be a bit tricky. Then you can click on shape format. You can click on shape fill, no fill. You can click on shape outline, no outline, just to allow it blend such that you will not see any borderline on it. So the next thing is to now go on calculation. So on doing my calculation, what I need to do is I go to the data, just click on anywhere in your data and click on insert. You have your pivot table right here. Click on pivot table, get a pivot table range. Yes, I want it to land in a new worksheet. Yeah, I click OK. So it comes here, click on that pivot table and name it. So I want to name it rating. So I put it rating, then press enter. It automatically names this one as rating 2. Then I can rename the sheet as rating so that I can easily make reference to that sheet anytime I need it, especially when using slicer. So I have the rating. And what kind of rating do I want to do? I want to do job satisfaction rating. So I've clicked on my period table symbol. This field will open up. So because it's quite a large data set, having quite a number of columns, so I can just quickly type in job satisfaction so that you can bring it out. So I've seen it already. I'll drag it out from there, drop it inside value right here. On dropping it, it gives me this value. So I need to check what format is the figure giving me? Is it by count or by total sum or by average, or what statistical element is in there? So I just check, click on that drop down arrow, click on value field setting. Then you can see sum is selected. So I don't want sum. I want you to give me an average. So I click on average and say, okay, it changed that to this figure. So I click on this. That's, or those decimal places are too many. I can reduce it by just selecting it, then come to this menu side and click this for as many time as possible to achieve the number of decimal places you want. So I think I'm okay with 2.6, so that can be fine. So I can say my rating is here. Don't forget, in the last class or even before the last class, I made mention that you don't pull out data directly from pivot table um, outputs. So you have to extract that data from the pivot table just for ease of dynamism. So I'm still going to bring out that 2.6 away from there. So I write rating, then that's the total is over 4. What is the label I'll give to the remaining? Okay, let me just say balance rating. So I want to bring out that 2.6 in Excel. Just say equals to, pick it and say enter. That figure comes here. Then the second one is the balance rating. Since the first one is 2.6 and the total is 4, just say total minus this 2.6. Sorry, because I didn't put equals to. So Excel does not realize the calculation. So equals to total 4 minus this guy, then press enter. It gives me the balance. So all I need to do here is I want to bring these two also to 1 or 2 decimal places. It's okay. 2.6 and 1.4, the total is 4. So I can also get a percentage of this. So what percentage of 4 is 2.6? So I can just simply say this is equals to this guy divided by 4, and that gives me 65%. So if I change this to percentage, you see it to give me 65 point something, which is approximately 66, but let me leave it in the decimal point for now. Then I can just easily drag this down. It will give me the percentage of the remaining one, which is 0.34, and that is 34, approximately 35%. So that is gotten. I can now get a pie chart, or maybe a donut type of pie chart, to represent this particular data, because I have to take it back to the dashboard. So I select this, click on insert, then I select this pie chart symbol, then I pick donuts type. So it looks quite neat and simple. I don't want this chart, so I need my space. I can remove the chart title. I can remove this guy here too. I don't need it for now. So I need to maximize my space. Just draw this down as small as possible this way. Then I can take, sorry, and I can take, so you have to be deliberate of what you are picking. Okay, so this is here. So what else do I need to do? Let me see how dynamic this is. I want to see how to, okay, come back to my pivot table, analyze, insert a slicer. What slicer am I inserting? Gender slicer. Okay, it gives me a slicer. Then I just format this slicer a bit, bring it up here. Slicer in data analytics or in data analysis in general is just to help you filter and make your dashboard as dynamic as possible. So here, I want to filter this data I just did in job satisfaction rating using gender. So how many female is rating their job satisfaction level in a particular way, and how many male? So you just to click this button, that's what we call slicer. So you click female, you will see that those details here are changing automatically. Female, male. As I'm clicking it, both this job satisfaction value and the chart itself is changing if you watch it closely. All of them are changing. Okay, having done that, I can take this guy and just copy and take it to the dashboard where I want to use it. Okay, so I'm here now. I'll just say paste. So I have pasted it here now. I want to deal with it this side first before I move to anywhere. Okay. What do I want to do again? I want to select this, and I also want to ensure I play around some of the two sides of the donuts. Okay. So if I select this guy, it gives me this. I can come to format here, and it brings out all of this. So what I want to do is to ensure that I'm selecting this particular side or this particular fraction of the donuts, and I want to format it. I want to change it from this color to say no fill. And what else do I want to do about it? If I choose, I can increase the transparency or just leave it like that. So, and I also want to say no line for that. So I come out again, pick this, then take the second one, which is this. So I'm taking I'm clicking on the second one. I want to do a few things there. I want to click on the gradient line. Then on the gradient line, I want to do a few formatting. This guy, There are 4 bars there. You can remove 2, then just have the other 2. One at the beginning, then one at the end. Just the 2 of them are 2 extreme points. So let me delete this. I also click and delete this. Then for the first one, I select the first one. I can change the color to say something like this. Then for the second one, I click it. Then I can also say I want to change the color to maybe something like this. Then I want to eventually say gradient fill, yeah, which it has done for me. Then what do I want to do to this chart? So do I want to remove um, the background, or I can say I don't want any fill. No fill to that chart for me. Then also, I don't need any background for that chart. I just need to reduce it slightly a bit again because of where I'm taking it to. The space I'm taking it to is quite small, so I need to reduce it. So adjust this grid line, then you can drag your stuff up there. It's still slightly bigger, so I go ahead and reduce it a bit more. Thereafter, I take it up. Yes, I'm bringing it here. It requires just tiny adjustment, small. Okay, tiny adjustments. Then I can drag it up now. Cool. Okay. Okay, so having done that, what else do I need to do? I just need to go ahead and do press insert on your ribbon, come to text box, pick your text box, draw a little text box inside this donut. It's a bit tricky because it's small, but it's there. So you can see the cursor is blinking right inside the donut. On your formula bar, put your cursor there, then press equal to. Then I go back to my rating sheet and pick this rating value. That's how we call calculated figures in any Excel sheet drawn from the data sheet to be represented on the dashboard sheet. So I'm calling on this figure, then I press enter. That 2.6 will appear right within the donut. So all I need to do is just to do a little adjustment for the figure to come out. You can see now it's coming out. So what do I need to do? I will just slightly adjust it just to make it appear in the middle. So I do a few formatting. What kind of um, font style do I want? Let's say Lato Black. Okay. Okay. Then I also want to remove any fill. I don't want any fill. I don't want any outline. You can see it's in there now, right within the donuts. So let me leave that one. I can choose to increase the donut itself later if I so wish. Okay, just a bit, just a bit. Okay. So then I need to bring in here other calculations that will occupy that side. How do I do that? I go back into my rating sheet. I want to do a few of the bars. So I can use this data and I can say insert. What do I need? I can use some bar chart and I can use this. So having called out that, just like before, I don't need this chart title. I can get rid of it. This horizontal ratings for now too, I can do away with it. Then similar this one on the y-axis, I can remove it. I'm just trying to get as much space as possible. This grid line, just double click it. Yeah, it's selecting the grid line now. So I can come here and unselect grid line so that I can remove that grid line. Good. So what else do I need? Still right on this chart as it is being selected. You can right click on it, pick select data from the drop down. Then it gives you this dialog box. Keep switch row/column. Then click OK. All I want to do is to merge those two bars on the chart together because where I need them is a very small space. So I do not have enough space for those two bars to be occupying two different positions. I want to bring both of them together. So that's a way of doing it. So because the total we are working on is 4, I want to be sure that my coordinates are also 4. So although I've deleted the y-axis and the x-axis, so I can say, let me get my axis back. Give me back the axis so that I can deal with it. So you can see it's giving me 4.5, but what I need is 4. All right, no problem. So I can select the axis now, right click on it. Then what do I say? I can say format axis. It gives me another field to fill here. So minimum is 0.0, no problem. I want that. Then my maximum is 4, not 4.5. So I can remove that 0.5 and just put 0. So I'm now having 4.0 as the maximum. Good. So I can adjust a bit more this guy now. Bring it in again from here. Okay. I do not need this again now. It has finished its mission. Just adjust this a bit. Then I can right click on this and say format data series. I want to change the gap width from this 150 to 0 so that this particular shape can occupy the whole space that is there. So I drag it to 0. So it's occupying the entire space that we have. So I can choose to reduce it later on because of where I'm taking it to. So having got this, okay, I do not need this rear 2 on the right side. I can remove it. So having got this, I can test this guy again. See the slider I did initially, female and male. I want to be sure it's working. It has to be controlling all of the readings I've calculated so far. And that is actually working good. Let me try and create another slicer and be sure that that slicer together with this gender slicer are both controlling these calculations I've made, because that is where your point of dynamism begins from. So having selected that, pivot table analyze, insert slicer, I can pick, okay, education field. Okay, let me separate it aside a bit. Just adjust these guys slightly too. Okay, let me click on any of these buttons. All the calculations must be changing in accordance to what filtering criterion I'm selecting. So for instance, I'm selecting the first one. I expect changes in everything, changes in everything, changes in everything, changes in everything, changes and changes. So it means the slicer is equally working together with this one. Okay, I can leave that there. So I can pick this guy now and take it straight away to our dashboard and position it here. You can see inside the donut, we are now seeing 3.9. It was 2.6 before. It was because I was operating the slicer from behind here, and that's what that dashboard was responding to. So which means the dashboard is already getting connected to the control panels. Okay, let me just cancel out the filters. What else do I need to do? I need the star ratings, because here I've already depicted in this logo that the ratings are in star. So I need to create those star. How do I create that? I have to go back to PowerPoint. I created one before, but I need to do another one for the sake of this class. So new slide, get out this guy, I don't need you. Get out this guy, I don't need you. Sorry, if there is any reason you want me to say or do anything, just let me know. Okay, so I want to get my stars now so that I can take my stars straight away to the dashboard. Yes, I pick insert shapes, pick a rectangle. No, I don't need I don't need a rectangle now. So insert shapes, I pick a star icon right here. Come to my plain canvas. I can draw the star. Simple. So having drawn the star, I need 4 stars. I've got one. I can just copy and paste 3 times. 1, 2, 3. I've gotten the 4. So I need them to be well aligned and straightened up together. So let me just arrange them. Bring this guy here. I may not be too sure of the distances in between all of them. So I need to dynamically do that automatically so that it can adjust itself. So I select it this way. Then I come to format shape, then align middle, and also go ahead and distribute all those 4 stars horizontally. You can see it has distributed all of them horizontally, having equal distance within themselves, but the distances are too much. So I want to adjust it a bit. Adjust. I said, this is the most technical part of that dashboard, and that's why I'm taking my time this way. So I would need to ensure it goes ahead and distribute them again. Pick your shape format, align, then distribute horizontally. Yeah, so that you can do that. So that space over there is still small. So I think I should make them to kiss each other very well just to maximize space. Okay. 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 Let's select all of them. Shape format, align, distribute horizontally. Yeah, the adjustment is already done. So after this, I go straight away and pick my rectangle now. Insert shapes, pick rectangle, draw a tightly fitting rectangle on this star this way. Now the rectangle is lying right on the top of the stars, but I want those stars to show themselves. So what do? I have to send the rectangle to the back. So I right click on it. After selecting the rectangle, I right click, then I click send to the back. You can see the star is coming out now. I've sent that rectangle to the back. So having done that, I allow the rectangle to remain selected. Click on your control key or your control button, then start selecting each of the stars. There are 4 in all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Everything is selected now. You're on your shape format, then click this merge shapes and choose subtract. You can see now PowerPoint has dynamically subtract the star edges and the rectangle edges from each other, and there is a sharp color contrast now, bringing out the star for me as I want it. So I'll need this later on. Let's go back to the other one I created for the chart. So this guy, it's time for you to work now. So I pick it from here, go to the dashboard, and I can paste it there right here. I need to still bring it down here. So I need a little adjustment on it before I slide it in there. So what do I need to do? So you need to be careful of what is being selected. So when you are moving around the stuff, okay. All I need to do now is just to adjust it a bit. Okay. 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 Let me see if it's fitting that space now. It's a bit. Okay. 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 Let me see if it's fitting now. I have to click outside, click inside. Okay, I think it's fitting. So what do I want to do? I want to, okay, you can click this one inside and change the color if you so wish. I can change the color. I've already selected it. I pick this paint format. What color do I want to change it into? Okay, I can click this. Then I click the second one. So what color do I want to change it into? I can say just white, leave it that way. So it's blending right there. So I need to also tell it to ensure that no fill and no outline. Okay, that is fitting neatly now. So I now need to go back and bring in the stars. So this guy also need to move now. So I copy, because I've subtracted it, both the star and the rectangle are now together. They have already blended. So it's like grouping shape in graphics. So I've copied it now. I'm bringing it to the shape right here. So paste. This is what I'm having. You can see I'll drop it on this guy this way. But I need to do some little adjustment too. It's quite a bit tricky. Okay, so I want to see the lengths to each other. It's easy to measure the length to each other when you bring it out this way. Then you can adjust this guy too, just to assume almost the same size of that one, because you want to put it right on it so that it will overlap. Let me test it here. Fantastic. 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 This is what I want to achieve. Okay. So you can just bring it out again. Pick this guy first. Position it here. Then you can take this guy to go and meet it and get blended in that place. Still need to do minor adjustments, no problem. I will do it. Okay, so what I want to achieve here now is the one outside, I hope is the one I'm selecting anyway. I want to say no fill, or should it have fill? Okay, okay, solid fill. Maybe I want to change it's, I would say, no line to it. Don't give me any line here. Maybe you change that color to white. So good. So let me see if it's blending. Yeah, it's blending. Just a little adjustment so that this line appearing underneath does not need to appear at all. Oh, fantastic. So I'll leave it that way. It's giving me what I need now. So what do I need to do? I need to go and bring the slicer that is doing that wonderful work. So should I bring this? Okay, let me copy this slicer, take it to the dashboard area first, and bring it here. Let me see what happens. Can you see 3.0? Can you see 2.1, 1.8, 3.1, others, and just like that? So this is exactly what we want to achieve in this side, and the time is almost more than 30 minutes that we propose. So this is how we can achieve this dynamic interaction of the dashboard to show the job satisfaction rating just by pulling out a few of the data on the data set that we have got. So in the next class, the remaining thing is just to pull out charts here. Charts can be done within few seconds in Excel, just like I've shown us already, and we fill all these places with charts in the next class, and that will make us round off the entire HR analytics dashboard before moving to the next project. I would like to see if there is any question from anybody or any clarification needed by anyone. In the absence of none, or if there is none, we can move, we can call it a wrap for today's class, then reconvene in the next class to finish up the whole thing. Here is the data we worked on, like I started with and showed to everybody. If you are in doubt of anything, you can let me know. We can discuss that. But the whole idea of this project is to make it clear to everybody that there is nothing in data, as it were. That is my background, and I'm so happy that a few of us can bear witness. I even have my senior colleague in the profession right on the call that you cannot do better in HR as a field if you cannot play around data, because what HR has access to more than every other department in an average organization or in a typical organization is data, and ability to deal with those data, work on them, extract insights from them, and advise management is the best thing HR can do. So because by default, average HR or an average HR runs away from data. That is why we came up with this initiative to show that you can actually deal with data. It is nothing but just showing your interest and asking as many questions as you want to ask. So if there's no question for now, so I believe it means everybody got. Oh, question? Okay.
Yeah, thanks so much for the session. I think
All right, sir.
this is a good one for everyone to either as a refresher course or also for beginners. But I just want to ask, do we have this session recorded because of people that might want to get their hands dirty to practice along? I think that might be a good way to have an hands-on experience. That's number one. The number two question is that with this Excel, maybe the next class will cover that. Is there a way to drill down, just like we have in Power BI? If you are looking at certain department and you want to drill down, which department has this or has that, go down, drill up or drill down or something like that. Is this something that Excel can achieve?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much for that question. The first one is given, it is recorded, and it is for the same purpose you mentioned, is for ease of reference for as many people as possible, especially those who were unable to joined the class or who had some other commitment. So it's recorded. And aside that, the previous classes too were recorded. And just like I said at the commencement of today's class, all of those classes are going to be added together in a package plus the data set we are working on so that each person can pick the data set, start going through those recordings class by class, and implement those things themselves till they are able to confidently internalize that process. And by the time somebody is able to walk through the process from scratch, just from layout, because we started from layout, how to draw layout. We brought those bars, those horizontal, vertical bars, we started with them. So you would do it yourself, and you can go ahead to your social media and share what project you have done. That is your project number one in your portfolio. And that's why we are making the sessions being recorded so that people can easily make reference to them. So that's one. Two, as to your second question regarding if we can drill down to whatever length as much as possible, just like it is easy to do in Power BI and Tableau. Yes, Excel can do that too. It's because people do not really realize the power of Excel. Do not forget that Excel is owned by Microsoft, and say Microsoft owns Power BI. So a lot of things Power BI is doing with ease. They call it out from Excel. So Excel may take 5 steps to achieve a particular purpose, and Power BI may take just one or two because Power BI and Tableau are both dedicated data visualization tools. So a lot of steps have been crashed in them to achieve whatever purpose one needs to achieve. Meanwhile, in Excel, you need to climb those steps like a ladder, like 5, 6, or 7 steps, but you will still achieve. You will get there. Apart from that, there are a few other things to play around with Excel, and it will be so amazing how much an average worker can do with Excel that they don't know all this why. And at the end of the day, they are forced to push all of those tasks or work to data analysts, data scientists. You can do this thing sincerely. What does it take to go ahead and just slice a data, get an average of a data, do some statistical analysis on data by just clicking button, I don't need to, I want to get information from a data now. I now need to start calling one data scientist somewhere where the data is staring at me like this. And what I can use to slice it is also there. But because I do not know how to use it, that data will remain there, lying there without giving any insight or any information. That is why we said in one of our, in one of our articles, we said, dear HR thou HR, go to Dangote, go and learn from Dangote. What did Dangote do? Dangote realized that Nigeria has oil deposit that it cannot refine by itself because it doesn't have capacity. Dangote rose up and built the refining capacity for the oil Nigeria has had for decades. In the same way, HR and people who work in offices, they have deposit of data they are sitting on for years. But because they don't have ability to refine and analyze those data, they don't get insight from them, and it limits their performance and competence. So those are the different holes we want to plug and the different things we want to deal with to help people going forward. So thank you for joining the class. If there is no other question, we can call it a wrap and reconvene next Sunday. Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye for now, everyone.